Hi, I'm Mike. Welcome to Retro Boost. This is a follow-up video to my 2X Mini First Impressions video. In that video, I went over the basics of the 2X Mini, its features, and showed a bunch of S-Video gameplay. Now I want to take the 2X Mini and compare it to the 2X Pro, which is the next step up in the RetroTINK lineup, to see what differences we can spot. A basic recap of these devices: they're both line doublers, they both accept analog inputs. The 2X Mini accepts Composite S-Video, outputs HDMI, a 480p signal, cleans up your console to your TV. The 2X Pro adds components to that same mix, still outputs 480p over HDMI. Both of these would do so without any noticeable latency. It's so low it's not even worth considering, which is awesome. That's a perk that I don't really talk about enough with these devices. It's like assumed in my mind, but people may not understand that. So be aware of that. RetroTINK and so on, other ones out there, Rad2X and so forth. Minimal to no latency, which is definitely a perk, because the generic ones, that is not the case. So keep that in mind. Both of them have filters for the picture. You have sharp, which is like the default, and also you can smooth the image, which is handy for consoles like the N64, the PS2, and so on. Definitely subjective though. If you want to do that, it's there if you want it. I think that, like, when people see emulation a lot with those kind of games, they kind of get in mind that it should have that kind of smoothed out look, and if you like that look, that's what the smooth filter is there for, so you can take advantage of it. The 2X Pro adds two main additional features: the support for component video, and also a third filter, Scanlines. You can add a Scanline filter to the 2X Pro to kind of emulate that CRT vibe. Really helps with consoles like the NES, even the N64, you can add that too. It does take away from the overall brightness of the image though. Keep that in mind. That's the one downside. The 5X Pro, the next jump up, has the ability to inject an HDR signal flag to a 4K TV. It'll trick the TV into going into its brighter HDR mode, which really helps with that whole diminished brightness issue. The 5X Pro is definitely like for enthusiasts in that respect. If you really wanted to go after like the CRT kind of experience, but you don't want to use a CRT, you want to keep it all consolidated to your main thing, I'd definitely recommend looking into the 5X Pro, or even the ones above that. There's two different 4K models now. Pretty cool. I don't have those myself. One day. Anyway, roping it back to the 2X Pro. The interesting thing about Component is there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Although Component is definitely a step up from sources like Composite, you're going to get like less picture jitter. The color is a little more natural, at least in my opinion, and you might add some clarity too. The 2X Pro does not support 480p input, so consoles like the GameCube, the Xbox, the PS2, the Wii that have 480p support, you can't run that mode to the 2X Pro specifically, so keep that in mind. The other perk, though, to Component is that they make component cables for older consoles now that didn't ever have it to begin with. Consoles like the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, and so on. You can get component cables from companies like HD Retrovision, Retro Gaming Cables UK, and like that is a pretty big jump up in quality. So if you're interested in pursuing that kind of stuff, the 2X Pro will support you in that regard, which is awesome. Even if you were going to use like a SCART cable and convert it to component, the 2X Pro can still accept that. So the component thing there has a couple of interesting use cases to it. As far as comparing these two devices today, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Composite S-Video, and then for the 2X Pro, we'll do component examples as well, aside the 2X Mini's S-Video examples, since S-Video is the maximum that the 2X Mini can output, and component is the maximum that the 2X Pro can output. I want to show them kind of at their best too. And we'll do that with the Super Nintendo, the N64, and the PS2. For the N64 and the PS2, we'll keep the filter on smooth. That's just the general recommendation. Obviously, it's subjective. Do what you think looks best. I tend to favor sharp on the N64 when using my 5X Pro, so that's my preferred. But to keep things simple here and keep the runtime down, I'm going to do smooth on both. And then after that, we'll kind of come back and let's see what we see and what we think. So now, enjoy all that comparison stuff, and I will catch you at the end.
Start to play.
You are weary from your travels, but mesmerized at the sight of Baldur's Gate. Not only a town of myth and legend, but also a place where one can find fame and fortune round every corner. It is night as you enter the city, and it seems strangely deserted. But you soon discover that the night holds danger as well. And in an instant, that danger is upon
you. Easy pickings, hey, Karn?
Indeed. Let's see what our little ambush has won us.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's the watch.
Let's get out of here!
Yes, but take the gold. Leave the rest for the watch.
Damnable thieves. They grow bolder with each passing day.
Still some life in this one. Looks like all they did was make off with some possessions.
Easy, easy there. That's quite a blow you took.
Those thieves that attacked made off with your possessions. But at least you're alive.
They're becoming more bold with each passing day.
You'd best stay off the streets after the sun sets. It's not safe out here.
You can seek shelter in the Elfsong Tavern. It's close enough.
Aye, more than enough cutthroats there. Could be one of them would even know how to find those that attacked you.
Baldur's Gate. Not only a town of myth and legend, but also a place where one can find fame and fortune round every corner. It is night as you enter the city, and it seems strangely deserted. But you soon discover that the night holds danger as well. And in an instant, that danger is upon you.
Easy pickings. Hey, Karn?
Indeed. Let's see what our little ambush has won us.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's the watch.
Let's get out of here!
Yes, but take the gold. Leave the rest for the watch.
Damnable thieves. They grow bolder with each passing day.
Still some life in this one. Looks like all they did was make off with some possessions.
Easy, easy there. That's quite a blow you took.
Those thieves that attacked made off with your possessions. But at least you're alive.
They're becoming more bold with each passing day.
You'd best stay off the streets after the sun sets. It's not safe out here.
You could seek shelter in the Elf Song Tavern. It's close enough.
Aye, more than enough cutthroats there. Could be one of them would even know how to find those that attack.
You are weary from your travels, but mesmerized at the sight of Baldur's Gate. Not only a town of myth and legend, but also a place where one can find fame and fortune round every corner. It is night as you enter the city, and it seems strangely deserted. But you soon discover that the night holds danger as well. And in an instant, that danger is upon you.
Easy pickings. Hey, Karn?
Indeed. Let's see what our little ambush has won us.
Halt! Who goes there?
It's the watch.
Let's get out of here!
Yes, but take the gold. Leave the rest for the watch.
Damnable thieves. They grow bolder with each passing day.
Still some life in this one. Looks like all they did was make off with some possessions.
Easy, easy there. That's quite a blow you took.
Those thieves that attacked made off with your possessions. But at least you're alive.
They're becoming more bold with each passing day.
You'd best stay off the streets after the sun sets. It's not safe out here.
You could seek shelter in the Elf Song Tavern. It's close enough.
Aye, more than enough cutthroats there. Could be one of them would even know how to find those that attacked you.
All right, what are we thinking? Well, I think the 2X Mini does an excellent job. Comparing Composite and S-Video on all three of these consoles, I almost can't even tell that there's a difference. Like, numerous times after I had exported everything, I was worried that I had screwed up and forgotten to, like, create side-by-sides. I was like, did I screw it up? It was really, really funny. So that tells me that the 2X Mini has a lot to offer. Like, if S-Video in particular, or even Composite, are like kind of your intentions, the 2X Mini is going to do great. Like, the 2X Pro, if that's what you're planning on using, might not benefit you all that much. I think it depends on what you're planning on doing long term, or what consoles you have and stuff like that, obviously. It just depends. There were differences I could see with the color in the N64 gameplay. The color seemed a little fuller on the 2X Pro versus the Mini. Like, it's there, it's hard to tell, but I definitely noticed it when I was just really trying to find differences, which is cool. So it really depends on the consoles you have that would justify which decision you make. But I think comparing them here with all the different cable standards shows me, at least, that the 2X Mini, if it's Composite and S-Video you're going to use, man, it's got what you need. Like, it's doing really well. I'm impressed. I'm genuinely impressed. It's really cool. I was not sure what to think of it being like the quote-unquote entry level, but man, if you were planning on, like, you know, upgrading the cables, maybe you're gonna get like a modified console or something, or just had like a wider variety of consoles altogether, something like the 2X Pro or beyond might make more sense due to it having a wider support of inputs. Because the further up you go, the more you get. When you go up to the 5X Pro, now you have an onboard SCART input as well on top of component, composite, and S-Video. So it just kind of keeps adding to the mix. If you wanted to see comparisons of that stuff, I've got tons of comparisons of the 2X Pro against like the Rad 2X and the 5X Pro and so on the channel. They're all there for you to find. So, awesome. Hope you found this helpful and informative. I thought it was pretty interesting to compare them, and pretty funny that like I genuinely couldn't tell that there were even a split for some of it. I was just like, did I forget? Because of how close they were. That was really funny. So hope it was helpful and informative. Appreciate you joining me here today, and I will see you on the next one.